I have possibly come across the best app for the iPad. I wanted to share that with you today. It's called Air Display, and simply put, it acts as a second monitor to your Mac. It's made solely for a Mac computer, so if you've got a MacBook, Mac Mini, iMac, so on, it will work fine. If you're a Windows user, hang on there because they are working for a workaround for a Windows system, but at the moment it only works on a Mac. It's available on the iTunes store, App Store, and it's £5.99, and in my opinion that is quite good of a price. For what it does, it is absolutely fantastic. Two things you have to note. One, you have to install software on the Mac initially, which allows it to communicate with the iPad screen, or the iPad device. Secondly, you have to be on the same Wi-Fi network or the same router internet connection. So you can't be using your neighbour's Wi-Fi on the MacBook Pro and be on the iPad on your own internet connection in your own house, if that makes sense. They both have to be on the same Wi-Fi connection in order for it to communicate between each other. So I'm going to go ahead and open or launch the iPad application on the iPad. And it's telling me to install software on the Mac, which I have already done. So simply, I'm going to go into the top right of my Mac, which is up here, and I'm going to go to here, and no iPad detected, and underneath it is my iPad, so it's detected it. Just going to click over it, and there you go. It's recognising the iPad as a secondary display. Now what you cannot do is watch movies on it, obviously. Well, you can, but it's going to lag a bit, and just to show you, I think I have something lined up here, or maybe not. So let's go into BBC iPlayer and put something on. And now let's drag this screen onto this iPad. So as you can see, it's working, the sound's fine, but it is lagging a bit, and you can make that full screen, but again it lags. So it's ideal for putting maybe Word documents in, or your Twitter, which I have done, or which I do. And here's the other cool thing, you can actually control it from here as well. So you can drag it back to the Mac, which is pretty cool. So let's stop the iPlayer, and have the Twitter as a secondary display. Works really nice. You maybe want to, have a secondary display which is always displaying your tweets. Maybe you're doing work, maybe you're doing university work or your business or whatever, and you just want to have a Twitter on the side, to have it updated all the time, so you don't need to click on Twitter physically. It's always there in your site, which is pretty damn neat, and you don't have to go out and buy a second monitor. All you need is an iPad. It's a multi-function sort of device now that this application is available. Yes, it can be slightly better in terms of, this is the first time such an app has come out, so I'm sure there will be some future updates where they make it a bit smoother in terms of watching videos. But again, because it's happening over Wi-Fi, it is going to cause some lagginess, bit of a lag. But in terms of tweets, let's go up to my tweets, and you can see my tweets here. You might want to have a Word document or an article open. Let's open up a web document. So I've got this PDF or a preview screen, and let's drag that over to the iPad. And there we go. You've got a magazine, or not a magazine, the standard Apple about file, help file. And again, you can have articles if you're working on a project, you've not got enough screen, maybe you've got the MacBook Pro, the 13-inch, and you're finding the screen to be too small, and all you need is an iPad, and it will act as a secondary display. So here's the resolution of the display for the iPad, 1024 by 768, and that is what the iPad works around on the iPad, and it's a fantastic app. Highly recommend it. It's one of those apps where, there is no doubt it's going to become handy whichever profession you're in. It's going to act as a second display, and you've got an iPad, why not make the most of it? Apart from playing games and downloading apps, so on. It's going to act as a secondary display to your main computer, your main beast, which happens to be the MacBook Pro. And I thought I would share this really cool app with you. What are your thoughts? Are you using it? The app is very simple. There's no hardcore, complicated settings. Very Apple-like. In fact, I'm surprised Apple haven't bought this company out. So if you're using it, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Have you come across a similar app? Do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. You can leave a video response if you so wish to do so. You can join me on eyeglassregion.com. I've got plenty of Apple related videos there, reviews, app reviews and so on. You can join me on twitter.com/i6glassregion, where I do regular updates throughout the day. Or if you don't want to be spammed, then you might not want to join me on there. But thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.